For those who've been living under a rock, President Donald J. Trump has been convicted. And there's now this big debate going back and forth between the left and the right, Democrats and Republicans, talking heads on both sides. Is it legit? Is it real? Is he going to go to jail? What's going to happen to during the sentencing hearing? It's happening 4 days before the Republican National Convention. There's all sorts of drama. But when you listen to the Democrats, whether it's not just Democrats, anybody in corporate media, anybody on the left in corporate media, they're saying the same things. All of the panelists and guests, they're saying the same things. They're all saying one thing in particular. Okay. They're all saying it's, because everybody's asking, what's the crime? Well, apparently the crime is that he had misappropriated the money. In other words, he paid this money to his attorney, and his attorney is reimbursement for money that was allegedly paid by Michael Cohen to Stormy Daniels as hush money to prevent her from coming out. And because it was done during the campaign, that's why Trump is guilty. This is unprecedented, and nobody's ever done that before. Take money, and then the big thing, the thing that really they latch onto is that he labeled it as a legal expense, and that's a lie. That's a lie. Well, folks, if we really want to look at somebody who took something that was for their campaign and labeled it as a legal expense, we don't have to go very far back. We can go, 2016, and crooked Hillary Clinton doing her thing. This is an article from the Associated Press. I'm not pulling this from Gateway Pundit or America First Report or anything like that. We're pulling this from the Associated Press. This is March 31st, 2022, so over 2 years ago. DNC Clinton campaign agreed to Steele dossier funding fine. Why did she get fined for the Steele dossier, you might ask? Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign and the Democratic National Committee have agreed to pay $113,000 to settle a Federal Election Commission investigation into whether they violated campaign finance law by misreporting spending on research that eventually became the infamous Steele dossier. That's according to documents sent Tuesday to the Coolidge-Reagan Foundation, which had filed an administrative complaint in 2018 accusing the Democrats of misreporting payments made to a law firm during the 2016 campaign to obscure the spending. You might be thinking, well, that sounds very familiar. As a matter of fact, that sounds so similar to what they're accusing Trump of doing, but there's a difference. What Trump was doing is something that he could have done and probably would have done regardless of whether he was running for office or not. Okay? They've made, at least his attorneys, with the corrupt judge trying to stop them, but they tried to make the point that this was about his family. He was paying hush money to Stormy Daniels, who he allegedly maybe had an affair with, or had a singular whatever. He was doing that to protect his family, to protect his wife. And there's nothing illegal about that. Okay? So that's something has been found guilty of 34 counts, 34 felonies. Okay? Faces potential jail time because of something that, campaign or no campaign, he probably would have done the same thing. Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, she was paying for the Steele dossier. The Steele dossier is not something that she would have gotten if she wasn't running against President Trump. That was a direct attack on her political opponent. That was super relevant. Where are the felony charges? Where is anything more than a fine that she makes with one speaking engagement at some library in Ukraine or something like that? I mean, it's clear that what she did was worse. Now, let's say you might ask, well, how did she mislabel her spending? According to this article, the Clinton campaign classified the spending as, wait for it, legal services. Wait, isn't that why they're trying to put Trump in jail? Because he paid his lawyer, he paid his lawyer and labeled it as legal services? take from that what you will, folks. It's we do live in a clown world in many ways, and you don't hear the people that are saying that Trump should go to jail, because of these alleged felonies. These are the same people that would say that Hillary Clinton should not have gone to jail, and she did not, and that her penalty maybe they'll even say that her penalty was too harsh. Oh, she had to pay. All she was trying to do was save the country from Trump.
Mike Lindell here, and like you, I see our country being destroyed daily. We face massive economic issues, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, there are people in power who threaten the values that have made our country great. Well, I've been a believer in gold and silver for a long time, and I've searched for years for a partner that shares my values. Well, Genesis Gold Group showed me how easy it is to protect your IRA, 401k, or your retirement with gold and silver. Their faith-driven approach to service and stewardship is one that stands out from the rest.
To get your free definitive gold guide and get started learning more about investing in gold and protecting your retirement from uncertain times, visit rvmgold.com now. Fill out the basic contact form and a member of the team will be in touch. Again, that's rvmgold.com or call 855-625-7760.